So Africa as a continent has got probably some of the best hydropower resource available in the world. We've only utilized maybe 10% of our available hydropower resource. So there is still a lot. And that ranges from very large projects to smaller scale and run-of-river plants. And I think what African governments should do is to prioritize hydro as part of their sustainable energy mix, together with other technologies, because hydro can support that. And I think African governments should also look at creating the enabling environment, which is regulatory, financial, that allows various models of hydro development to take place. One is for the African governments to finance it themselves, but that places big demands on their budgets. Another one is to invite the private sector in, and we're seeing a slow movement, but increasingly this happening where, for example, in Cameroon, the Nachtigal project, 400 megawatts, is being developed by a private consortium led by EDF. In Malawi, a 350 megawatt hydropower plant is being developed by a consortium led by Scatec, EDF, and the International Finance Corporation. And in these cases, the private sector parties bring in the financing. So depending on which model the government looks for, there can be a lot happening, but it needs to create the environment where there is scope for such projects within their generation mixes. And then, of course, around refurbishing and upgrading existing plants. A lot of the plants in the African power sector are quite old and need refurbishing. And again, the same thing, governments can do it themselves, or they can get the private sector to do it for them, to finance and refurbish these plants. Hydro has got a fantastic role to play in the African energy sector. We're at the point now where a lot of African countries are moving from really dismally low electrification rates to higher electrification rates. And with the energy transition, we see an increasing focus on electrification. And what hydro can do, and specifically hydropower with storage, so that's with reservoirs, with pump storage, is it can act as, some call it a water battery, but it's really an enabler of other technologies. Solar power can be applied in small to modular sizes to larger, can be quite cost effective, but solar is intermittent. And on battery cost, it becomes expensive. What hydropower can do is it can facilitate the penetration of other intermittent renewables into the power sector and provide a stable grid and the power services that the economies need and the people need.